And I don't believe that Haney's, I don't think, me, truthfully, I don't think that they even deserve the acknowledgement to come back like this. I don't. After a shit performance like that, get a good win and let's stir it up. But there is no reason for me to go all the way across the Middle East. And I think that it's poor for everybody else that we built this fight in the US.
Yep.
As a business analyst on that part, look, I only have promotional fees to pay Top Rank, but I could go anywhere, wherever. You guys could possibly see me and Tank fight. You guys could possibly see
I
me
knew
and
it.
Boots fight. You guys could possibly see other fights in line with the whole situation. However, I don't believe that this move was for the takeover. I believe it was mainly for the Haneys. They
That's
published it
exactly
while
right.
I was reading the contracts. They published it while I was reading the contracts. That right there already gave me a red flag. This is all in cahoots for the media to promote Haney. Doug, a guy that doesn't punch, okay, that is literally shot, PTSD from all that. I just looked at it as a setup. That's
Facts.
all it is. I looked
Especially
at
if
it
you
as
go
a
to
setup.
Oh, there we go. I said, there we go. Teofimo speaking for himself and finally really speaking. Not no jokes, not no jibs and bloopers and gags, but really speaking to the media, speaking to the fans, and letting people know why the Devin Haney fight fell apart. So in this video, your boy Ego is going to take you through it and give you guys some perspective. Let you know what I think, give you guys my truest thoughts, my updated thoughts, now that Teofimo has spoke his mind. Buckle up, should be a good video. Teofimo went on his social media to really set the record straight. Now, I made a video earlier, and you guys should check that video. I made statements in this video because his co-manager, Keith Connolly, put out a statement on behalf of Teofimo. And it really didn't say anything. And I'm like, the world wants to see you in a good fight. You were rumored to fight Devin Haney. The messaging that was put out by your co-manager doesn't really make any sense or justify why you moved on from the Devin Haney fight. So all it said was he's not going to be ready in August. He has personal issues that I'm not at liberty to speak on. That's not enough to go. So in that video, I said Teofimo is going to be perceived as a duck because, I mean, that's not good enough. Oh, I'm not going to be mentally and physically ready by August, which is plenty of time. Now we're finding out the real reason on this side that Teofimo denied the fight. And I will be honest, what he's saying now, as opposed to that, you know, puff piece or whatever quote from his manager, now we're starting to get somewhere and his viewpoint makes a whole lot more sense. And that's what I want to break down in this video. I got to also admit, I love when the fighters speak for themselves, not their dads, their fathers, their mothers, their brothers, a manager, because some of the fighters, they don't do good on the mic, you know, and they have a lot of trainers and different people speaking for him. And I want to hear from the horse's mouth. Even Devin Haney, who this video is partly about, right? Because that was the name link for Teofimo. Devin Haney doesn't do as much talking as Bill Haney does. So for me, I like when the fighter with no training wheels gets on and addresses the public. So I can at least respect that Teofimo took it to his online network, his social media, to address the public on issues that people have and questions via spaces. You know, that seems to be either IG Live or X Spaces or whatever, seems to be a good avenue and platform to really get your thoughts out and, you know, speak and address the public as a whole, because you can't address everybody one by one. So I do respect that. Now, more importantly, what he said. Now what he's saying, or what's coming from him directly from the horse's mouth, to me is more justifiable that the fight fell apart. That's just being real. He's saying, in layman's terms, you guys heard the clips I put together. You've seen the subtitles that I put together. First of all, I'm the best in the business and it's not even close. If you like the effort that you see constantly, the quality that you see on my channel, any of my videos, If you gained any value, any information, any knowledge from my videos, pay it forward. Hit the like button, subscribe, tell a friend, all that good stuff. I'm bringing you guys the real. So I'm putting extra effort in so you guys get the words on the screen and videos and high quality. There's a lot of low quality content available. People talk about stuff they never show you. I let you hear it. I show you. I give you the quality. So respect that. Respect my time. We all good. Teofimo, the beginning, what he's saying now makes more sense. He said this situation wasn't for Teofimo Lopez because he believes that the game is being rigged against him and it's basically a setup. Okay, so now we're cooking with grease. Now we're getting somewhere. Whether you agree with it or not, that train of thought makes a bit more sense than he's not going to be ready by August. We're not telling you why. He's saying that Devin Haney, and I'm just paraphrasing. You guys can listen to it at the beginning or catch the spaces somewhere. I'm sure it's online. He's saying Devin Haney is a Muslim fighter. Turki's a Muslim fighter. And the Haneys are basically kind of subservient to Turki and doing his biddings. Plus, they share the same religion. He said, I don't have any problem with nobody's religion, but the deck is being stacked against me. And he's like, for what? He was like, first of all, Devin didn't look great in his last fight. He looked like ish, which a lot of people are going to agree with that statement. He's like, versus Jose Ramirez, he didn't even look good. So why should I even entertain that? Why? Basically, and this kind of goes back to some of my prior videos where I was saying about Teofimo. If you really look at it, Teofimo, he's looking at it like, I'm the A side, bro. Devin didn't look good in his last two fights, arguably, right? He's not a champion. Why is it Haney Lopez? Why does he get the weight he wants? Why do I have to move up to 47? Why don't he come back down to 140 where I'm at? You know what I mean? These are questions he's like, that I'm asking. And then he's like, Turki's a Muslim and Devin Haney's a Muslim. And he probably likes Devin more than me because I'm outspoken and stuff like that. Now we're getting to favoritism. And you got to admit, Teofimo makes a point there because we have seen Turki with Hamza Shiraz, another Muslim fighter who's an ambassador for Riyadh Season and Ring or whatever. And that Muslim fighter was losing bad to Carlos Adames. Somehow he skated with a draw, and Turki went to Hamza Shiraz's corner and he was trying to help him achieve victory, saying, you need to knock out the win. Here's where the judges have the scorecard. And Teofimo's like, why should the fight be in Saudi Arabia? Now we're cooking with grease. The real issues, the real complaints. And like I said, these real issues are real issues. I'll make a more in-depth video, but I want to get this video out so you guys can start the conversations, but I'll probably do an unpacked on this. Now we're cooking. He's like, this game is set up. He's a Muslim. Turki's a Muslim. They already don't like me. You're already treating him. He said they were announcing the fight while I was reading over the contract, and they're trying to make Haney look good because he looked so bad in his fight. Why should I succumb and give in to Devin Haney's demands or stuff? He's feeling like I'm the A side, which is what I said previously. So he's like, I see the early red flags that they could try to job me, rob me, and ultimately put me in a position where if I don't knock out Devin Haney, they might rob me on the scorecards like they did in the Hamza Shiraz, another Muslim fighter, where he shouldn't have got a draw or even a close fight. He definitely lost. And then they preserved the draw to maybe save him as a future Canelo opponent. And look at it. That same Muslim fighter, Hamza Shiraz, is getting an opportunity in America in a new weight class. He's done nothing at 168 versus Edgar Berlanga. And he's getting the main event treatment. So Teofimo actually has a point when we're talking about favoritism. How does Hamza Shiraz, who's a Muslim fighter, fought in a Muslim country in Saudi Arabia, how does he get all this kind of special treatment? He really lost. He somehow comes up with a draw, and he gets a big check and opportunity versus Berlanga after really losing in the public's mind. I also like that Teofimo says what I told you from the beginning, because I'm the best in the business and it's not even close. He said, this is an American fight on top of everything else. Why should I fight in the Middle East? Why should I be fighting in Saudi Arabia for an American fight? Boom. Unpack coming soon. Holla.